Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to our Candlelight Christmas Stroll collaboration. It's hosted by Rebecca Rohr Home and Vintage Southern Belle. And there are, I believe, 13 people that are participating in the tour. And some will be a full candlelight tour and others will just be rooms. And I'm going to do the master bedroom. And it's filled with yard sale treasures and lots of vintage pieces. So I hope you will check out all the other participants. I'm sure you will enjoy them and get ideas from everyone. And I'll have them in the description box, the ones that are participating. Okay, the bedspread is one that we got early. Actually, I think it was early spring. We got the bedspread and the shams for only $10 at a yard sale. So I was thrilled to death to get it. And it's just perfect for in here. And of course, you can't see it very well, but on the end of the bed, you know John loves his trucks. So this was a pink and red truck, so it fit in here. So I just hung it on the end of the bed, and that way if he's laying on the bed watching TV, which he does frequently, he can just pull that and cover up a little bit. There's lots of Santas, because I've collected Santas for many years, and there's lots of vintage angels, the little net angels, the little figurines, and you'll get to see them all. Over here, I have an adorable little silver tree, and it has those sweet little felt bells. Those are vintage, and all the little balls are vintage. The stars are some we bought at Merrifield Garden Center years ago when we were visiting the kids. And I set it down in a piece of my vintage cranberry glass. And this cat picture is one that we got at a Red Cross sale years ago. I just think it's precious. And this gingerbread house is one that our friend Donna got us for Christmas last year. And these Santas, I've had those for years also. And these are some Jim Shore Santas that I've had a long time. Up on top, I just left all my vintage green pottery. And then on the doorknob pegs, I hung a lot of my Santas on top of my vintage purses. I love that Santa. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And those are just some of the antique pictures that are in here all the time. And this Santa with a snowman on the box, that came from a yard sale years ago. And I love my bust, and that stays there all the time. And of course, there's the big TV that John watches all the time. I told you before, I keep my jewelry in this antique spool cabinet. The drawers are perfect for that. And up there is the large jewelry tree. We bought that for $5 at a church sale. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. I keep saying I'm going to make one, but you know how it is. I just haven't got around to it yet. Some more of my vintage prints. I've always collected old pictures. Now this Santa on the stocking is a treasured piece. A dear friend painted this for us one year for Christmas, and she passed from Alzheimer's a few years ago, so I'll treasure this always. She was a wonderful artist, and she painted some beautiful things. I know it's a glare on that gorgeous old print. The bunny stays out there all the time. And here are some of the little precious net angels and our old powder tins. Look at these little sweet things. All of those came from yard sales. We've had them for years. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without an Anna Lee. Lots of vintage jewelry in there. And this cupboard that John made out of an old window, that's where a lot of the Christmas is stored during the regular part of the year. So I just put a few pieces that I had to take down in there. That's a plant from the kitchen that I had to bring in here. It's still in the copper colander because I had to make room for Christmas in the kitchen. And this lantern here, we've had that for years, and I don't honestly even remember where it came from. And down here, these sweet little snowmen, those came from Tuesday morning, probably at least 15 years ago, maybe more than that. I just think they're precious. And they're sitting on that piano bench that we got at the church sale this year. And that big antique print in that gorgeous frame, that's one that John restored that we bought at a yard sale. And my wonderful ironstone pitchers in one bowl. And there are more of these little sweet net angels. Look at her with her little poinsettia. And this one is holding her bouquet. And there's some beautiful Christmas balls in there under the cloche. So you can see the frame, how gorgeous it is. We've had it for quite a few years. And here is another beautiful Santa. I know it's hard to see him. You can see he has a pretty face. And over here is another wonderful jewelry tree that came from another church sale. This one is a little more elaborate. And it was $5 also. And this rack John made, and these are vintage cranberry glass knobs. And this sweet little snowman in this stocking, we got that years ago at an antique shop. And I don't think they make these anymore. Larkspur Lane. I have some Halloween ones y'all might remember seeing. And that little sled came from Merrifield, up where our kids live. And I'll get back so you can see all these treasured items. And I'll get closer. Lots of vintage, mostly vintage actually, on this shelf. We'll start up at the top. There is a piece of Johanna Parker. The plates are old Avon plates, and I've collected these wonderful little cups for years. And on this shelf, there's another Avon plate, and I put some vintage balls in the depression glass creamer. Another one of those She is just adorable, I think. She's one of my favorites. And there's the Pink Depression glass vintage oil lamp that we got at a yard sale. And this is another sweet December angel. And this little deer in the sled, that's another vintage piece from a yard sale. It's made in Japan. Another sweet angel. And the vintage present cup. And the sweet Johanna Parker. The colors just fit right in. And there's those wonderful birds and the plate from my sweet, sweet subscriber. Another present bowl. And another one. And yet another one of the little net angels. Down here are more of the vintage balls. And she's a little made in Japan figurine. I think she is just adorable. She's a little choir girl. And these little deer are just wonderful. They're a little planter. The Putz houses are old ones. And this sweet little angel says Merry Christmas. She's a little Belle. And there's the other little deer planter. And down here, this vintage box. It has a child and his dog on the outside, and it has that beautiful velvet on the inside. And some more of the vintage balls. And there is another vintage cup. That was a barber cup. And this sweet little vintage tree with the beads. That came from a yard sale. And this awesome little feather angel. She came from a yard sale with a porcelain head. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing the bedroom in the candlelight. Please do go and check everybody out. I know you will love seeing how everybody decorated and how beautiful it is with the candlelight. So love and blessings from me and John and baby boy. Till the next time, we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.